We'll go with the grenades first. I have two styles of grenades. One is a 40 mic grenade, and 40 millimeter. I'm sorry, it's called 40 mic. And then one is a smoke grenade. Okay, the smoke grenade I do not have the spoons for, because what I do is I go to the Army surplus store and I actually buy the pins and the spoons for them, and I mount them to these. This is just the body. So, smoke grenade, $25. The 40 mic, they come out pretty good. The bases get cleaned up. You can paint them, silver them up. They come out really good. And ammo's full of these 40 mic grenades. $40 for the ammo grenade, the 40 mic. The 40 mic is an actual grenade. It's for a grenade launcher, and it's also any of your games like your Army of Two, your Army of Two style stuff, any of your actual army fighting shooting games, more like if they got the Mark 19, the grenade launcher, or an M203 on top of their M4 or the M16, this is what they fire. So they're going to be on their kits. So this is RPF. This stuff will sell like crazy to different genre. For a larger person, but it's a butt plate for Halo 3 Mark 6 armor. Most of my Halo stuff, actually all of my Halo stuff, is based on Halo 3. So if you want to go a little bit old school and none of this new, permutations and stuff like that, this is a butt plate well-detailed butt plate for smaller or larger people. $50. There you go. $50 plus shipping on that.
And that's what we'd sell a cast from it.
This is a sculpted female Spartan chest plate.
It's the sexy Spartan.
It's a sexy Spartan. Female cosplayers out there. This is made out of Umu, I think, right? Mm-hmm. Okay, and it's got like the fabric and
plaster.
The plaster. Thank you, plaster. Mother mold to it. But the mold itself is thick enough that you might not even need to utilize a mother mold. It's just permanent when you want to set it down and stuff. But
$100, $75.
$75 it is. Alright, so we're talking about chest plates. Let's go on to chest plate permutations. The way we designed our Mark 6 armor was we built the permutations to get fastened onto the regular Spartan Mark 6 chest plate.
Like they would in the game.
That's the way it's supposed to be done. So let's start off with this one, which is CQB. CQB is a good one to do.
It also fits the female armor.
Yes, it also does fit the female armor. CQB chest plate. The only discrepancy that's on this is actually has SHIP on the chest plate, which stands for Soaring Hammer Incorporated Productions. But you can always Bondo that in if you want to, if you don't want to have ship on your chest. And the way it mounts is you just put a bolt through or a scholar screw through right through the Mark 6 armor. So $75 for the permutation for Mark 6 to CQB. This is Recon chest plate. We have a lot of Recon stuff. We have Recon helmet mold. We have Recon shoulders and Recon chest. So you can easily convert your Mark 6 with straps or bolts. Within minutes, convert your Mark 6 to Recon. And that picture is actually on SoaringHammer.com. On with the permutations for the Recon. These are the Recon shoulder attachments which fasten onto the Mark 6 shoulders. Once again, we normally cast these in flex foam at 25, but you could cast it in plastic if you really wanted to. $75 as well. There you go. $75.
How much for the Recon chest?
The Recon chest, because it's a lot more popular than CQB, probably $150. How much rubber I used. So it's a very thick mold for no reason, but it probably lasts you a good 150 years. Because it's so thick, it's a very, very good mold. It's very gooder. And you only fill it to this seam line, not this whole thing, because that was just all clay work done around it to build the mold around, but only to this little line here is as far as you need to fill it. And there's 3 per side, and they're all identical, one's on top of the other. You see my little Hayabusa armor. I used to do them. I did them in plastic first, then we switched over to EVA foam, Flex foam at 25. It's for better mobility and it was lighter. And now if I bumped into people, I wasn't hurting people.
On purpose.
Not on purpose. So that's the Halo Hayabusa shoulder attachments. This is a CQB. Yes, I had to think about it. This is a CQB shoulder attachment. They are universal. They sit like so. And believe it or not, I made this mold, and I don't remember what the rubber is on this one. It's a cream color rubber. It almost feels like
it was a trial kit somebody had brought down to a prop party.
Yeah, so I'm sorry, but I don't know what kind of rubber this is.
No, that was
Tropa
green.
Fix It?
That was green.
But anyway, this rubber is really, it's a harder rubber, but it's okay because it doesn't have a lot of contour to it, so you don't have to bend it to get a lot of the detail. It slips right out of the mother mold, and it still is pliable and bendable. It's just not as stretchy as my dragon skin and stuff. So, but once again, you don't need it to be because it's a flatter surface overall.
It doesn't have any super inset
we didn't pull any of these because it just we never did a full kit on CQB. And actually, I think I'm a liar because there is flex foam right here on this mold, so we had to at least pull one of these. So I'm gonna say because if you pull one, you probably pull two because one for each shoulder. So I'm gonna say we've had two pulled from this mold, and they were in flex foam at 25
Why
apparently.
did I think those were Scout?
This is the Scout.
Oh, yep. Okay.
I'm getting to that one in a minute. All right, so there you go. $50. $50 for the shoulder piece, the shoulder attachment. And then we get into
These are my favorite shoulders.
yeah. These are the Scout attachment. Very well played, ma'am. We actually did make two pulls from these as well. I used them for a different costume, and then I modified them heavily, of course. But they are awesome base for a lot of different things. But once again, it's rebound 25, and it's on the mashed potatoes. So it's a very good mold.
We used those for my Crusader kit as my thighs, because your thighs didn't fit me.
And you modified them, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So there you go. That's going to be another $50 for that as well. And remember, we could talk about prices. So now we're going to get into helmets. Let's start off with this helmet right here.
My helmet.
Yeah, this is Brittany's favorite helmet. This is EVA helmet. Keep in mind that most of my helmet molds have been had a lot of pulls through them, like a lot, but they still have room for a lot more. It's just they require some cleanup after you pull the cast out. So, but once again, the primary thing is that you have the molding rights, which means once you pull them, you clean them up, you remold them. It's your property.
And this EVA is close enough to the new EVAs where all you need to do is minor detail changes.
No, I don't think so. I personally don't think so. It's the EOD, which is still kind of close.
Oh.
Kind of close, depending on what kind of variations you put on the helmet. But not this one. This is a lot different.
Oh
this
yeah, the new
Halo 3
CQB
stuff.
is all bubbly and weird.
But this is the Halo EVA. All these Halo helmets are going for 500 bones. Okay, plus the shipping.
And that's a steal.
It is.
The wife is angry.
Yeah. She wanted more, but let's be realistic. But once again, you'd have a huge freaking...
Anytime we have ever needed money, these molds have been the molds that we've gone to. It doesn't matter how old Halo 3 is. If we post a helmet on eBay for $150, it will sell.
Yeah, that's without a doubt. They will sell, and if you finish them, you usually get $300 for a helmet. It will sell as collector's items, and
we just sold a Hayabusa
a
week ago, 2 weeks ago.
And as a matter of fact, one guy said, "Hey, you selling Hayabusa? Because I want to buy a cast from you next week."
Mm-hmm.
So we have guys who still want to buy a helmet from us. I've seen other helmets out there. I know I've seen other Hayabusa helmets out there, other CQB, but one of the Recon. But I think we pretty much cornered the market as far as the Halo 3 helmets. Even when other people compete with us, people still came to us for our business. So it says a lot about the helmets and the quality of everything. And so you need to continue that quality, the thickness, the durability, the cleaning, the overall profit. Anyway.
These all fit standard size heads. They're not made for kids' heads or small, little, tiny. They fit everybody.
They fit everybody. If you needed a smaller helmet, though, I would use the EVA. It's probably the smallest helmet we have. No, the Dutch ODST is probably the smallest we have, which I'm going to get to here in a second. So, there we go with that. Speaking of ODST, I'm going to do a few things with this ODST. This is a Dutch ODST. Once again, this original helmet was made by J-Jack. And it is a smaller helmet. It still looks fine on me. I have a picture of me wearing it.
You can put it on right now.
I probably could put it on right now.
You have.
Can you capture this detail at all? I don't know if you can. It's getting kind of dark out, and this lighting here kind of sucks. Okay, so don't worry about these little fringes. It's just excess that can get cut off the bottom of the mold that we never did. It's where all the rubber drips down. But with that, I had these laying around, and I decided I'm going to put these with the helmet. Okay, so we're going to sell this. Yeah, I will let this go for $500 because it is a smaller helmet, which allows more helmets out of a gallon of plastic, by the way. Because it is a smaller helmet, though, I'm going to toss in these two molds and this mold with it.
The chest?
The chest.
The ODST chest comes with the ODST helmet.
ODST helmet. This was made by, I believe, Tony Blackula. I'm pretty sure I bought that from him. I've never made a cast from it. And I think Tony said he made a cast from it and then remolded it. So I've never pulled one from this ODST chest plate. You get the ODST helmet, the ODST chest plate, and you get these things here. I also got these ODST buckles. I've never cast any of these either. I bought that and I got these two together from I'm pretty sure it was Tony. And this is the
buck antenna.
The buck antenna for the buck character. If you want somehow to turn Dutch into buck, you modify the helmet a little bit.
Is this the game accurate one?
Yes, it is. Game accurate one. And we actually hollowed it out and put lights in and all types of stuff with it too. It took me 4 molds to get this right.
Yeah.
Like I molded piece by piece and then altered and altered. Same with the Recon stuff. You can see how many pieces I got for the Recon. So $500 will take the chest, the helmet, and the pieces for ODST. It just makes sense to put it all together for you. So keep that in mind, plus the shipping, but that adds more weight for shipping. Then we're going to get into this one here. This is a big helmet. It's a big bulky mold. This is the Halo CQB.
And that mohawk could be cut down.
Yes,
you never did.
You can cut the mohawk down to at least half the size it is now. She's right, I never did. This is a big seller, and this is if you have somebody with a big head, you got it covered. And if it's a smaller head, you put padding in it. It fits the motorcycle visors perfectly. This is the Recon V2. Now this is V2 because we molded the first time and we didn't like the details in it, so I remolded it again. We sold V1 already, but this is V2. The Recon helmet is also a smaller helmet, still fits me, but it's a smaller side of the helmet. And with it comes, they do need to be cleaned up. Recon was actually our biggest seller, without a doubt. Recon is still the biggest seller because not only is it Recon, but it's also Dare. When we sold more when Halo 3 ODST came out than we did when Halo 3 came out because of the Dare helmet. It's crazy but true. Paint like Dare, and people, oh god, it's Dare. Yeah, it's crazy. It's Recon, dude. It's been around. But it comes with 3 different attachments because this attachment here was based off of some old imagery I'd seen. Then I seen new imagery and I wasn't happy because I realized that I made that one too wide. So I made one skinnier.
One is based on concept art. One is video game art.
And then this one is actually video game. And that's this one here. Okay, which actually mounts. This is the game accurate one that I eventually went with for the Recon. All 3 of those will come with the Recon helmet as well for the 500 bones. And I'm going to take a break for a second.